Hey, welcome. I am so glad you're here. Welcome to this episode I am calling A Prison Named Safety. Um, as you may well surmise, I'm going to be talking a little bit about safety today and how that ties into your high frequency life and frequency and you creating what you want in life. So, the other day, recently, I had an experience where I called into question whether I felt safe or not. I had a moment, or a few moments, where I felt like the safety I was experiencing in my world was being pulled out from under my very feet. And I'm okay. Just for everybody listening, I'm okay. I am fine. I'm physically fine. All is well in my world. Like, I'm in no danger. I'm in no nothing. Like, everything is really okay. But my perception of events, which colored by my subconscious identity, colored by my programming, colored by my brain, my nervous system, my reticular activating system through which we see and filter our experience of the world, I landed in an emotional state of fear and worry and feeling like I wasn't going to experience safety in my life any longer. Big emotions. At the time, I'm like, am I broken or breaking free or something is breaking loose in me? There were so many thoughts in my head. Huge emotional release, just like sobbing, crying. I can't even describe it. Like, it was so intense, right? So intense because I thought my world, the way I perceived the world as I have described it and pictured it for myself, was literally like gone. So what was I to interpret? Like, everything shifted, it seemed like, in that moment for me. Turned out to not be the case, right? And this is where our brain and our mind and our stories, we latch on to something and it deceives us. It's not truth. It's not reality. It's just an interpretation. But it can lead us down the garden path into believing and interpreting something that isn't so. And then we get on the emotional roller coaster with it of fear, which is what happened to me. And I got on that emotional roller coaster of fear about safety, fear about my very life as I've built it, all falling down around my ears, which was not the case at all. Interpretation. And boom, off to the races, because what's going on here is, as a human, right? We are this human 3D form, right? Our soul experiencing this human 3D existence. And it is our human 3D form, this physical stuff, this biology, that is designed to keep us safe, that is interested and focused on our survival. So anything that gets us into that fearful survival state, right? Our body, our nervous system, our hormones, our chemistry, every single bit of it latches onto that and pays attention to that. And it's focused on our safety. Safety. Wants us to live and survive and exist in this world. Which is great, right? Which is great. Because we want our body to be here in this incarnation for as long as it needs to fulfill, right, whatever journey it is that is our soul's intention for us to be here in this incarnation. Whatever the lessons and blessings and evolution and growth we are meant to be here in this incarnation, well, yeah, our body is here designed to support us being alive in order to then do that, right? To take the action, to experience that, to then grow and evolve. That is where the body's survival instincts, they're supporting the soul and what your soul desires. But this is twofold, because your soul doesn't care about your safety. Safety is actually an illusion. Soul doesn't care. That's not what the soul sees, because the soul sees pure love. The soul operates in pure love, the pure frequency of the universe, love. And fear and safety, well, they're not the language of the soul. So it's not on the soul's radar at all. That is the purview 100% exclusively of your body, your ego, right? So there is that little disconnect between body and soul perspective on functioning in this existence. And it looks like separateness. It looks like this distinction at first until, as I've described, you realize that even so, the body is still serving, of course, the soul, that even that survival instinct, that fear, that safety is just supporting your soul's work, your body's work in support of your soul. But here's the thing where I really want to go to this, right? So many times people are like, yeah, the illusion of safety, which absolutely safety is an illusion because, right, all fear is an illusion. And people get wrapped around the axle of that and think, oh, safety poo-poo, fear poo-poo. Yeah, great. But bless it, because it is your body keeping you protected, safe, and alive to support your soul, the work your soul wants this ego and incarnation you have here right now to do, right? And that's beautiful. That's beautiful. There's a powerful handshake between these parts of you that aren't even parts because it's all just one. But where I really wanted to go here is with safety, and that with this experience I've described for myself, I was pinning my safety, my illusion and perceptions of safety, my attachment to safety, my attachment to my current life, my current existence, my lifestyle, my worldview, my identity on a certain thing. And if that certain thing changed, whoa, that meant then I didn't have safety anymore. I bring this up because where are you placing your safety in the hands of a person, a place, a thing, a policy, a government, a country, a job, your health, a food, a purpose, right? Where have you placed your safety and your sense of safety and your peace and your feeling inside of safety in something outside of you? If you have done that, which, you know what, we all do. I did look at the story that I'm even having, even though I'm very intentional about my safety, my stories around safety. But when you place your safety onto something external, right? Getting more sales, more revenue, more clients, more money, your environment, living in a better neighborhood, the car, the partner, the job, the money, the health, the security, the insurance, the weather, the government, nations, whatever it is you placing your safety in, the hands, the external, outside of you, something, right? You are giving away your power. That is such a dangerous place to be in, right? Because it's saying that your, air quote, safety, even though that is an illusion, but your body still needs to feel safe in order to go through this life, raising your frequency and creating what you want and expanding into new identity. That doesn't happen, right? You don't expand into a higher identity. You don't expand into a higher frequency unless your biology feels safe, because that is outside your comfort zone. So your biology, your brain, your nervous system, your subconscious mind finds that to be unsafe. Expansion is unsafe. You in a new identity is safe. You with more money, more whatever, that's unsafe because it's out of your comfort zone. It's out of your normal. And if it feels unsafe, well, guess what? Your body, your brain will do whatever it takes to keep you safe. And that means you are not going to expand. That means it will not accept that identity. It will not accept the additional wealth, the additional money, the better relationship, all of the things that you want to create in your life, just because it doesn't feel safe to your body, your biology, the 3D form, right? So safety, yeah, illusion, but essential at the same time. And if you are placing that safety on external, you're giving away your power. I've said that again before, but it bears repeating. When you place your safety on something outside of you, you are giving away your power. You are ceding essentially, air quote, control, which is also an illusion, to outside of you. Now, again, recognize as well, a conversation for another day, that there is no outside of you. Everything is your creation. Everything is one. There is no difference between where you end and the rest of the world and the universe begins. But you are allowing then, for conversation right now, the external world then, as it changes. And if that thing that you've placed your safety in, that relationship, that job, that government, nation, that weather, the hurricane, the fire, the flood, whatever, if that happens, if that changes, and it takes away your sense of safety, well, then where are you? In fear, world crumbling, life changing, don't know who you are, don't know what to do, right? Lost your peace of mind, given away your personal power. Your personal power is not your willpower. Your personal power is your frequency, your soul, awareness, and that infinite universal power within you already, because you've gone then into the fear. You've gone into fear and you've allowed what you see on the outside to then dictate how you feel on the inside. Unsafe. And when you're in that place, well, look what's going on. The world is then controlling your state. The world is controlling the universe, a person, right? A relationship is controlling your state, your emotional state, your peace. You are allowing that when you cede your safety to someone, something else, somewhere, some circumstance, some condition. And holy crap, that's a scary place to be, but that's where most people work from, and that's where most women work from, right? Are you safe if someone else is paying your bills and you're financially dependent on your partner to pay your bills and you don't have your own finances? Are you safe if there's only a certain policy in the government? Are you safe if you only live in a certain area of the world? Are you safe only if you have this job or this or that? Are you safe if people don't know this thing about you, right? If you hide it and don't show up as you, are you safe? Oh, and what a rough way to live. Because then you're constantly on the lookout for, safety. And if these things are no longer serving you, if the relationship is changing in other ways, like look at this all the time. I see this with clients where they are in a relationship that becomes toxic, not necessarily physically abusive, but mentally, emotionally abusive, manipulative, toxic. But they're worried about safety, so they find it hard to leave the relationship. How will they live on their own? What will they do? How will they have the money? What does it mean about them? What's their family going to think about them? Will they be cast out? Will they be loved again? And love means safety to them. Money means safety to them. Being taken care of means safety to them, especially if they've never taken care of themselves financially, emotionally, mentally, physically, 100% ever before. Safety becomes the prison for you. This is where I go back to the title of the episode. Being attached to safety outside of you becomes a prison for you, because whatever you believe is creating that safety for you controls you, keeps you in the cage. Because then your biology is going to say, yeah, that's the safety. I believe this to be the safety. Your subconscious mind programming says that is safety. And so your body's like, yep, we're staying there because that we know to be safe. We can't leave that because that we know is safe. We can't change because this is what we know is safe. And so you stay and you don't change and you cling to it and you're attached to it and you fall apart when it changes or goes away or doesn't look like what you think it should anymore, or like what it used to anymore. And that is then controlling you, manipulating you, keeping you in fear and under its thumb, rather than you flying free in love and peace and doing everything that you want to do in your own power, and that you may not even see because without you even realizing it, you are so caught up consciously and unconsciously in this web of safety, the attachment to being safe in whatever the way that looks like for you. And I'm so passionate about this. I'm so passionate about this because I am raising my daughter and continuing to expand myself to know that I am my safe haven. Safety for myself is not out there in the world. It's not with my husband. It's not with money. It's not with my parents, my brother, my daughter, my business. It's not with you. It's not with my clients. It's not with my revenue. It's not with my sales. It's not with being in the United States or presidents or policies or comets out in the universe or whatever's going on. Wildfires, which is I live in a wildfire country. Like, it's not with any of that. It's nothing outside. I am my own safe haven. My soul is my place of pure safety. And if we redefine safety to be where is there love, and love meaning unconditional love, love meaning acceptance, not the same thing as like, not romantic love, love in its pure universe, highest frequency in the universe form, that is safety. If you want safety and security, that is the place to go, because that then allows you to create all those things that you want safety to give you. If you think safety is then found in health and wealth and security and relationships and all of that at the highest order and the best feeling and the most peaceful, well, where's that actually found? That's found in love. That's found in love. Unconditional love. And you have that in you already. You're built of that. That's in every fiber and cell and bit of your energy, your very being. Soul, universe, the cosmos, divine mind, pure love. That's you. So take back your power. Become your own safe haven. Choose yourself for safety through love and loving yourself. And like I said, I'm so passionate about this because I am expanding this for myself, modeling this more and more for my daughter, because I want my daughter to go through life as best I am able to support her to do, to be her own safe haven, so that no one can mess with her. Finances do not mess with her. The world cannot mess with her, because she knows her power and safety is boom, in her, inherently, infinitely. Every day, 24/7, all the time. Here, now, eternity, always. That is power. There you make changes in your life. There you move through life in the you cannot mess with me, the world cannot fuck with me energy. High frequency, not from a place of fear of like, yeah, world, yeah, I'm afraid of you and I am defiant and all of that kind of angry energy. No, but just boom, I am soul, sovereign, powerful, power and energy, infinite, eternal of the universe. That is me. Whoa, what an amazing place to work from. That is my intention. For myself, show this to my daughter, model this, and step into this as much as I am able to do, human being and all, right? Because we still have fear. Yeah. And this is what I bring to my clients as well. Like, of course, the client I was talking about before, other clients where they're having relationships and fear and safety, or safety around money, like, this is such a powerful, powerful, powerful place to be. And I know I keep bringing that up. But be your own safe haven. Take back your power. Recall your power to me. I call all my power back to me from all times and places and eternity. Even though, yeah, time doesn't exist. That's an illusion too. I am my own safe haven. Tell yourself this. Say it out loud. Day in and day out, all along, my soul is my safety because it is love. I choose love. I am safe. Love makes you safe because then you have the power inside with peace, no matter what is going on in the world and in your circumstances and in your life. So, safe haven, that's you. Safe haven, that's you. Safe haven, I say it one more time, safe haven, that's you. Choose you as your source of safety. And by you, I mean soul, and flowing that through this body, this ego that you are wearing right now. And choose that. Choose that. So that is your takeaway. That is your takeaway. If you want out of control, if you want out of the fear, if you want the power that creates in your life what you really, really want, well, then the safety outside of you illusion has to go. Weaken it. Start busting it. And look to yourself. Look to yourself for your safety. There is then freedom where you are not controlled by anyone or anything or anywhere. Wow, how would that feel to experience that? What would your life look like from that place? What would you create from that place? And the you that has already created that, more importantly, how does that feel? What energy are you in? What frequency are you in? That is your high frequency life right there. Right there. Okay. So that is your takeaway. You are your own safe haven. And that is in love. Okay. So I'm going to leave it right there. And thank you for listening. And I will see you in the next episode.